Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, April 24th. The Pirates are the best team in the National League. Tatis is back in the majors. Let's do it. Hello, everybody. My name is Steven. This is the middle of the order. I hope you guys all had wonderful weekends. I myself was busy studying and working. I got a week full of exams, so that's going to be a sad week for me because I won't be able to watch as much baseball as I usually do, but that won't stop me. We're here today talking about the weekend series that was. We've got a lot to talk about, some surprising sweeps, a lot of injuries. We'll go through an injury update today. But yeah, just overall good weekend of baseball. I hope you guys are all having wonderful days here, start of your weeks. We're getting closer to summer. It's a beautiful thing. If you guys would like to support the channel, please feel free to subscribe. If you're on YouTube, follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. There are links in the description. I've got Twitter. I've got Instagram, mid_of_the_order. So yeah, feel free to support me that way. But with that all being said, let's jump straight into our series recap. Diving right into it, we've got the Blue Jays in New York taking on the Yankees. And Yankees fans, they have a new villain, and it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's continuing to make comments about his passion for disliking the Yankees, how he will never play there. And in the first game, he dealt a 2-run shot in the opener in Yankee Stadium. But it's Brandon Belt who finally contributes in a Jays game, his first home run as a Jay. He has 4 RBIs as the Jays take the game 6-1. In the second game, it's the Cole versus Manoah. Everyone is expecting some sort of fireworks, but there's not much until the 8th inning when the Yankees rookie Anthony Volpe, he hits a 2-run home run that breaks the scoreless tie. So in the top of the 9th, the Jays have to pinch hit Danny Jansen, and he hits a 2-run bomb to tie the game at 2. However, it's the Yankees who rally against Romano, and it's DJ LeMahieu who hits the walk-off base hit. The Yankees take that game 3-2. And in the final game, it's Vlad in his villain era. He hits another home run versus the Yankees. Varsha goes back-to-back with him, and Garzman shoves versus the Yankees. The Jays hand the Yankees their first series loss of the year. All teams have now officially lost a series. They take it 2-3 and win that one 5-1. Moving on, the White Sox in their East trip, they're in Tampa Bay taking on the Rays. Eloy Jimenez, he hits his first home run of the year, and the White Sox have the lead in the 9th, but Bentoncourt would homer to reduce the lead to 1, and a few batters later, it's Brandon Lau with the walk-off home run. The Rays steal it from the White Sox and win it 8-7. In the second game, the White Sox with 3 solo shots from Eloy Jimenez, Yasmani Grandal, and Gavin Sheets. But it's Randy from the Rays who gets a 2-run shot and drives in all 4 of the Rays' runs as he hits the walk-off single in extra innings. As the Rays walk off another one, they take it 4-3. And in the final game, Luke Raley and Harold Ramirez homer in this one as the Rays remain undefeated at home. They sweep the White Sox and set a new home run record as they take it 4-1. Tigers in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. Austin Hayes, he homers for them, and the Tigers buys single homers to tie it in the 9th before Adam Frazier walks it off with a base hit for Baltimore. They take that game 2-1. In the second game, Baltimore scores 4 in the 3rd and doesn't look back with a lights-out performance by Kyle Gibson as he strikes out 11 Tigers and goes 6 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed as they take it 5-1. And in the final game, Anthony Santander ties the game at 1 in the 8th inning after doubling a run in. We would need another extra innings game, and it's Adam Frazier who scores the winning run on a wild pitch as Baltimore sweeps Detroit 2-1. Nationals and Twins, it's Joey Gallo. He hits his 5th home run of the year. but it's the Nats and Joey Meneses who finally hits his first of the year. As the Nats steal one from the Twins, they take it 3-2. Buxton gets number 3 in the second game. CJ Abrams, he hits his first home run of the year, but the Nats put up 4 innings with 2 or more runs as they win this one and the series 10-4. And then in game 3, the rubber match, well, not really the rubber match, Polanco hits his first homer of the year. Michael A. Taylor, his 4th of the year. The Twins win. They avoid getting swept. They take it 3-1. Marlins at Guardians. Game 1 gets rained out, so they would play a doubleheader on Saturday. And in Game 1, it is Brian De La Cruz who homers as the Finns score 6. They win that game 6-1. In Game 2, it's Garrett Hampson. He has 2 RBIs as the Marlins take that game as well. They take it 3-2. And in the final game, it's Jose Ramirez and Josh Bell. They hit back-to-back home runs as they would contribute in the loss of the Marlins after they had already won the series. They take it 7-4. I don't even know what that was. I just remember that. Royals and Angels. Shohei shoves for 7 innings without allowing a run, and the Angels get all the offense they need from Chad Wallach, who hits a 2-run shot as the Angels take the first game 2-0. In the second game, it's the high-scoring one as Mike Trout gets his 4th home run of the year. His clone, Hunter Renfroe, he hit 2 home runs in the game. Matt Thaiss also gets his first of the year, but the Royals rally late. They score 5 in the 9th inning to take the lead away from LA. They steal a game and win it 11-8. And in the final match, the Royals get 3 home runs from MJ Melendez, Vinny Pasquantino, and Bobby Witt Jr. But the Angels' 3 home runs were back-to-back-to-back as Taylor Ward, Mike Trout, and Shohei Ohtani go back-to-back-to-back. And the Angels will take that one. They win the series 4-3. A's and Rangers. Jonah Heim, he hits his 4th of the year to get the Rangers the lead. But Oakland would come back with Tony Kemp, 1st of the year, and Jordan Diaz gets his first career home run for the lead as they take it 5-4. In the second game, Adolis Garcia and the Rangers erupt in this one as Garcia goes 5 for 5 with 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and 5 runs. As the Rangers slaughter Oakland, they take that one 18-3. And in the final game, DeGrom goes 6 innings, striking out 11, as Robbie Grossman hits his 2nd home run of the year to help Texas get the series. They win it 5-2. Cardinals and Mariners. Teoscar Hernandez, his 4th homer of the year, helps lead the Mariners past the Cardinals as they take it 5-2. And in the second game, Kelenic and Hernandez again, both hitting their 5th homers of the year. Tommy Edman, he homers for the Cardinals in this one in the 9th to put them within 1, but the Mariners hold on. They take another one and win it 5-4. Game 3, Cardinals looking to avoid getting swept, and Lars Nootbaar hits a leadoff home run for his 2nd of the year. That's a good start for them. Nolan Gorman, he hits his 6th as the Cardinals score 7 in the game. Kelenic also homers again for his 6th of the year, but it's not enough. The Cardinals get the last game, they avoid getting swept, and win it 7-3. Astros and Braves. We've got the rematch of the 2021 World Series, and we're jumping to the 9th in this one, tied at 4 when it's Yordan Alvarez with a 2-run shot. Presley locks down the save. The Astros win it 6-4. In Game 2, it's Yordan again, but he's got a sidekick, Kyle Tucker. They both go deep as the Astros get the second game. They take it 6-3. And in the final game, it is Kevin Pillar who hits his first home run of the year, and his first as a Brave, as they're up 2-0, but the Astros score 5 in the last 2 innings. They steal the game, and they sweep the Braves as they take it 5-2. Rockies are in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies, and it's the first of the 5 series that had 4 games this weekend. and it was all Rockies as CJ Cron launched a 2-run bomb in the first inning. The Rockies blank the Phillies. They win that one 5-0. In Game 2, Ryan McMahon gets it started with his 4th of the year, and the Rockies would lead late, but Kyle Schwarber goes yard to tie the game, and Sosa singles in a run in the 8th inning for the lead. As the Phillies will hang on, they take that game 4-3. In Game 3, Nicholas Castellanos, he hits his first homer of the year to give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. Flash forward to the 6th inning, it is tied at 3, and it's Nicholas Castellanos again with a deep drive to left field, a 2-homer day. As the Phillies take it again, they win it with the same score, 4-3. And in the final game, Game 4, the Phillies are up 4-3 again, looking to win with the same score, before they put up 5 more runs in the last 2 innings with home runs from Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh. As the Phillies take 3 of the 4, they beat the Rockies 9-3. We've got the Red Sox and we've got the Brewers. Game 1, Alex Verdugo, he homers for the Red Sox. Rowdy Tellez, he homers for the Brewers. But Yoshida doubles in a run that would secure the victory for Boston. They take the opener, win it 5-3. In Game 2, let's get rowdy again as Tellez hits number 7 of the year, his 2nd of the series. Brewers have a nice lead before Devers cuts into it with 1 swing and a drive, but the Brewers hold on and they take it 5-4. And in the final game, Brian Anderson, he hits 2 home runs in the game for the Brewers for numbers 4 and 5 on the year for him. But we jump to the 8th inning, Boston down a run before Justin Turner goes deep to tie the game, but it doesn't stop there and Boston unloads. They score 9 runs in the 8th inning. Masataka Yoshida hits 2 home runs in the inning, 1 a grand slam, 1 a solo shot. Boston takes the series. They win it 12-5. Moving along, we've got the Reds and the Pirates. The Pirates host the Reds for 4, and it starts with 4 runs in the first off of home runs from Connor Joe and Jack Sawinski, which would be all they need to take the opener. The Pirates win it 4-3. In the second game, Mitch Keller pitches 6 innings for the Pirates, and Carlos Santana, he doubles in a late insurance run. The Pirates take that one 4-2. In Game 3, the offense was hard to come by. The Pirates and Reds combined for 3 runs on 16 hits, in which they had left 16 men on base. But it's the Pirates with the extra run. They take that game 2-1. And in the final game, Jack Sawinski, he doubles a run in the 8th inning with another low-scoring game. As the Pirates win their 7th straight, they get a 4-game sweep of the Reds. They take that one 2-0. Dodgers and Cubs, the series starts with Max Muncy hitting his first home run of the series. Bellinger answers back with a homer of his own. It's the Dodgers rookie James Outman who hits not just 1 but 2 home runs in the game, including a grand slam. Mookie Betts, he plays shortstop. The Dodgers take it 6-2. Game 2 is the Drew Smyly game as he takes a no-hitter into the 8th inning before giving up the only hit the Dodgers would have in this one on an infield single in which he runs into Yan Gomes, the catcher, also trying to make the play. But if you wanted pitching, it wasn't just that, as the Cubs had offense. Cody Bellinger, Trey Mancini, Patrick Wisdom, and Nico Hoerner all go deep as the Cubs slaughter the Dodgers. They take it 13-0. In Game 3, it's Nico Hoerner again. He has a home run, but the story is with the Dodgers as James Outman and Max Muncy both hit 2 home runs each in this one. Max Muncy now with 3 in the series. James Outman with for this series, 7 on the year. The Dodgers win that one 9-4. And in the final game, Yan Gomes, the 35-year-old veteran catcher, he's still doing it. He hits his 4th home run of the year. And ex-Red Sox, Mookie Betts and JD Martinez, they want to join the home run party from the Dodgers. They go deep, and it's Max Muncy again. He hits his 4th of the series and his league-leading 11th home run of the year. The Dodgers take 3 of the 4 versus the Cubs. They win that one 7-3. Mets and Giants. The Mets lead by 5 early with home runs from Pete Alonso and Eduardo Escobar, but the Giants score 4 to get back into it. But it's Jeff McNeil's first home run of the year, gets the Mets back on track. They would win that one 9-4. Second game, Pete Alonso with another home run, his 10th of the year, and the Mets pile it on as they take that one 7-0. In Game 3, it's Brandon Crawford, a 3-run bomb, caps off the 4th inning, 4-run first inning for the Giants. Brandon Nimmo, he gets his 2nd home run of the year, but the Giants would take that one 7-4. And in the final game, Francisco Alvarez recently called up. He hits his first home run of the year to tie the game at 4 in the 6th inning. But it's Mike Yastrzemski for the Giants with the go-ahead double as the Giants split the series and take the final game on Sunday Night Baseball. They take that one 5-4. Lastly, here we've got the Padres and the D-backs. Tatis, he is back. He is wearing a Padres uniform. Everyone is so excited. He's back in the majors for the first time since 2021, and he goes 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. Not the debut back he wanted. Xander Bogaerts and Matt Carpenter, though, pick up his slack. They both hit home runs. The Padres do end up winning the game 7-5. In Game 2, the Padres only muster up 2 hits versus Zach Gallen and the D-backs, as Zach has another great outing for the D-backs. He puts up 9, including a 7-run 8th inning for a 9-0 win. That was the offense. Joe Musgrove, he's activated for Game 3. He is off the IL and makes his first start of the season as he goes 5 innings, giving up 3 runs, but still enough to get him the win as the Padres score 5 runs, including a Fernando Tatis, his first home run of the year in his 3rd game back. The Padres take that one 5-3. And in the final 4th game here, the old dog Matt Carpenter has himself a game. He goes 3 for 3 with a home run, 2 doubles, and a sac fly. He gets 5 RBIs. As the Padres take the final game, they win the series 7-5. There is your weekend of baseball. Where to start with some news to talk about? Let's go with the Rays. They have 22 straight games with a home run. They are 19-3. So basically, they've had a home run hit in every single game so far this season. That's the longest record in ever. They have set that record. They set it, I believe, at 21 straight games. But so now they're adding on to it. We'll see how far that can go. They have a tough one with Houston this week. And they have yet to lose at home. So 13 straight home wins. So if you're Houston and you're walking into the Trop, you got to be thinking that this might not be as easy as a cakewalk. Obviously, the Astros, they just swept the Braves, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves. So that's going to be a fun series to watch. Speaking of fun series to watch this weekend, it's the Mexico series. The Giants and the Padres will be in Mexico for 2 games on Saturday and Sunday. Very exciting there. It will be fun for a lot of the players who are from Mexico. And yeah, it's going to be a great weekend of baseball for the Mets and Giants. 2 games there. So we'll have our eyes on that for a little bit later on. Tatis, he hits a home run in his first series back. It's very welcomed back. He had a lot of booing and applauding in his at-bats when he was walking up to the plate. I think Tatis is going to fit right in with the Padres. I think he's going to help them excel the lineup. They're going to get hot, and it's going to be quick, and Tatis is going to be a big factor. Once he gets going, It's gonna be hard to stop that guy. So watch out for Tatis. The Pirates. We gotta talk about the Pirates, man. They're the best team in the NL. They have 7 straight victories. They're 7-0 in their last 7. But they are the number 1 team in the NL. All other 14 teams, not the Dodgers, Padres, Braves, none of them have a better record than your Pittsburgh Pirates, and I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, we've been talking about them a little bit, but to be, that the best, you're 16-7, you're the best team in the whole league. You're second after Tampa Bay, who's 19-3 versus Pittsburgh, who's 16-7. I mean, you're the second best team out of 30, and you're the Pirates with that team. It's crazy to me. I mean, there's no O'Neal Cruz. The pitching is subpar best, but they're doing it. They're winning games. Pirates are playing fun baseball. You got guys there, Connor Joe, Jack Sawinski, Key Brian Hayes. Obviously, they have Brian Reynolds. Like, they have some guys. They have some veteran presence too. Carlos Santana, Austin Hedges is there. So, I mean, the Pirates, they're rolling right now, and it will be fun to keep an eye to see how far this will go. It might just go up to now because they're facing the Dodgers this week. So I might put a little dent in their fun. But yeah, the Pirates, very good team. They're playing very good. So we'll give the Pirates their credit. But flip the script. Who's playing very bad? It's Oakland. Oakland is a different level of bad baseball. What do I mean by that? Well, they have played 22 games, and they have a run difference of -103. That's the fastest in Major League history. They have let 103 runs in. Well, not really. They let 178 runs allowed, and they've only scored 75 runs in those 22 games. To put that into some context for you, after the -103 run differential that Oakland has, the next team is Colorado with -54. That is pretty much doubled. Oakland is doubled in last place versus 29th. The Rockies with -54 in 29th, and Oakland at -103 and 30th. That's double the amount of runs. It's crazy what they have done here, and going back to Tampa Bay, their run differential is 88 plus. They're first in run differential. They have the biggest gap there, with 88 runs, and Oakland's at -103. They're 4-18 on the year. At this pace that they're on right now, 4-18 after 22 games, they're going to win about 30 to 33 games this year if they keep up this level of consistently playing bad. So, Oakland, even though it may be some of your last seasons there, you're going out with more of a whimper rather than a bang. The stadium is barely being filled. The team's playing poorly. You ask a common baseball fan to name a player, they maybe name 2. Maybe. It's not that Oakland doesn't have guys that you don't know. It's just that you don't know that they're on Oakland. Jesus Aguilar's there. Aledmus Diaz. Tony Kemp would be one that I feel like people could name. Same thing with Paul Blackburn. But yeah, Oakland is a different level of bad, and they got to step it up at some point. Well, not really. If you're gonna be bad, just be bad. Let other teams get those wins. Have some competitive baseball against other teams. But yeah, if you play Oakland, it's sweep or don't even bother. Like, you got to beat Oakland. That's where we're at already, and it's been 2-3 weeks into the season already. So yeah. It's time for the game of the weekend, and we're going to LA for the Royals and the Angels. I think this one's a fun one to watch because obviously you get Mike Trout homer, you get a Royals comeback. Overall, it's what you expect when you go to Angel Stadium. Zach Greinke pitching for the Royals, Tyler Anderson for the Angels. Bobby Witt gets it started with a single in the third. Mike Trout ties it with a single in the third before Matt Duffy, his first double of the year, makes it 2-1 Royals. MJ Melendez with a triple makes it 3-1. Then the home run by Hunter Renfroe, his fifth of the year, made it 3-2. Mike Trout's fourth home run of the year ties it and gives them the lead. That's in the bottom of the fifth. The Angels now up 4-3. Hunter Dozier in the top of the sixth singles makes it 4-4. Nicky Lopez forces in on a ground out. He forces in two with a fielding error by Gio Urshela. Now it's 6-4 Royals. Hunter Renfroe, his sixth home run of the year, second in the game, makes it 6-5. Then Zach Neto singles on a line drive to right field. MJ Melendez, right fielder MJ Melendez, that tied the game at 6. And then the bottom of the eighth, Matt Thaiss, he homers. Angels up 2-8-6, and then in the top of the ninth is a home run for Kyle Isbell that made it 8-7. Edward Olivares, he singles on a run to tie the game. MJ Melendez, he is hit by a pitch with the bases loaded that scores a run. Hunter Dozier, he singles in the last two. The Royals score 5 in the ninth. Mike Trout, despite the home run, Hunter Renfroe 2 home runs, they still lose the game. The Angels find a way to always do that. With that win, the Royals went to 5-16. The Angels now back to below 500 at 10-11. That is your game of the weekend. Moving on now, we've got our outstanding performances, and usually there's I do 3. This weekend there were so many, I just grabbed a handful. We're just gonna start reading stat lines because there was a lot. I probably missed a few, so if there was someone that you were expecting me to say and didn't, sorry, my bad. There was a lot to grab. Let's start off with the obvious choice, Drew Smyly. 7 2/3 innings pitched, took the no-hitter into the 8th. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 10 strikeouts. He had himself quite the outing for the Cubs. Moving on, Shohei Ohtani, he went 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Zach Gallen for your D-backs, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 11 Ks. Kevin Gausman for your Blue Jays, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 11 Ks. Vince Velasquez for your Pirates, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 10 Ks. Eduardo Rodriguez for the Tigers, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. And Alek Manoah, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. Those are your outstanding performances. Now we're going to be talking about our injuries, the injury updates. Before that, though, I do want to mention, because I saw it, Steven Piscotty, he signs a minor league deal with the White Sox. I like Steven Piscotty, so I just want to mention that. I hope he finds his way onto the Major League roster soon. Been a fan of him since he got traded from Cardinals to Oakland. So yeah, hopefully Steven Piscotty gets some playing time in there. I like him a lot. But this is the injury update, not the Steven Piscotty update. Joe Musgrove and Jock Peterson. We didn't really mention Peterson. We mentioned Musgrove. They were both activated. They're healthy and back with their respective teams. The big one for me and the biggest loss, Logan O'Hoppe. He's going to be missing 4 to 6 months with a torn labrum on his left shoulder. That one kind of hurts me. I was really enjoying him. He's really becoming one of my favorite catchers in the league. He had an amazing start. I had him on my fantasy team, and he was like a big piece for me of why the Angels were winning some ball games. So it really sucks. That could pretty much be the rest of the season for him, and it's really unfortunate. I really did like watching him play. He was a fun guy to watch. So Angels without their rookie catcher for 4 to 6 months now. Trevor Rogers with the Marlins, he has a left bicep strain. He's found himself onto the IL. Josh Donaldson, he's going to miss a few weeks with a hamstring strain. Chris Bubich with the Royals, he was having a really nice start to the season. He's going to be out for the rest of it. He's getting Tommy John surgery. So there is another person taken away from Kansas City. Alex Wood from the Giants, he's missing several weeks with a hamstring strain. Jameson Taillon with the Cubs, he's got a groin strain. He's found himself onto the IL for a little bit. And for the Mets, how much worse could it get? No Verlander, no Scherzer. Well, no Carlos Carrasco. He's got a bone spur in his elbow. They're going to be without him for a little bit as he finds himself on the IL as well. G-Man Choi with the Pirates, he's out for 2 months. He strained his left Achilles tendon. So they're going to be without a little veteran piece there for a little bit. Miguel Roja with the Dodgers, he's got himself a groin strain and has found himself onto the IL as well. And Garrett Mitchell, this one's kind of a big one too. He's a Brewers rookie. He has a shoulder injury and it puts his season in jeopardy. Apparently it's very bad. He could be out for the rest of the season, might even need Tommy John. And as a player, that's rare. So we'll keep our eyes updated on Garrett Mitchell there. And we got an update on Jose Altuve. He is ahead of schedule in his recovering. He had thumb surgery in March during the World Baseball Classic, and he's doing really well. Should be with us sooner than later. He's ahead of schedule. So good signs for Altuve there. Hopefully everyone who is on IL is recovering well. All these guys, hopefully they recover helpfully. Like I said, Logan O'Hoppe is my big one there that kind of hurts a little bit. So, yeah, that is your injury update. Now we're going to go with our standings update. Starting off in the American League, the Rays still lead the division there. They're 19-3 and 4.5 games up over Baltimore, who's in second. Yankees and the Jays are tied for third. They're both 13-9. And Boston in fifth place is 12-11. So all 5 teams in the East above 500, as you would expect. It's the AL Beast division. No getting anything with that. In the AL Central, the Twins, they're 12-10. They're a game up over the Guardians, who are 11-13. Tigers in third, 7-13. White Sox, they're 7-15 in fourth place. And the Royals, who are bad, are 5-17. Moving on to the AL West, the Rangers are in first place in the division. Who saw that one coming? 14-7 on the year. They're 2.5 games up over the Astros after they had just swept the Braves. Angels, they're now middle of the pack at 11-11 at 500. Seattle just 1 game below them at 10-12. And we mentioned how bad Oakland is. They're 4-18 and, well, bad. Flip the script to the NL side of things. The Braves, they have a half a game lead over the Mets just because the Mets played 1 extra game and lost. The Braves are 14-8. The Mets are 14-9. Miami's middle of the pack there, third in the division. They're 12-10. Phillies 11-12, and then the Nationals, who are supposed to be bad, they're 7-14 in fifth place. They're not doing too bad actually. There. NL Central, we mentioned how crazy it was that the Pirates are in first place. That they are. They are 16-7. They're half a game up over the Brewers, who are 15-7. The Cubs, they're 12-9 in third place. Cardinals, they're slowly getting back to form. They're at 9-13 there. The Reds in fifth place, they're 7-15. And in the NL West, the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers are tied for first. They're both 12-11. And the Padres are right there with them in third 12 and 12, so they have an extra game played, which is a loss. The Padres are half a game back of the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Giants in fourth with 18 and 13 record there, and the Rockies are 6 and 17. They find themselves 6 games back. So biggest already gap is Oakland, who are 10.5 games back of Texas, who's 14-7. Not even Boston, who's 7.5 games back with a 500+ record. Tampa Bay, 19-3, the best team in the league. That is your playoff update there. Rays, Twins, Rangers, Pirates, Braves, and then the Diamondbacks and Dodgers are leading your divisions. Now we're to go with our upcoming series here as we wrap up today's episode. Boston will be in Baltimore throughout the week. The Astros are in Tampa Bay taking on the Rays. Can the Rays stay undefeated at home, or will the hot Astros take advantage of the Rays team? White Sox, they're in Toronto, in Canada, taking on the Blue Jays, Yankees, and Twins. The Yankees this time in Minnesota, taking on the Twins. The Rockies, they're in the Central, they're taking on the Guardians. Oakland will be taking on LA. Mariners at Phillies, Nationals at Mets, Marlins at Braves, Tigers at Brewers, Rangers at Reds, and the Padres, they're taking on the Cubs. We mentioned the Dodgers and the Pirates. Can the Pirates stay red hot and kind of keep down the Dodgers? The Royals are playing the D-backs, so a nice little fun series for the D-backs. Hopefully they can take advantage of that. And the Cardinals will be taking on the Giants. Those are your 15 series for the upcoming week. That is not where my mind's at. My mind is at for my exams, so it is time to wrap up this episode. But before that, I do want to mention a quick formatting update. I've been working with kind of how I've been doing the episodes, what I've liked, what I've disliked, and I just wanted to update you guys all with how episodes will be running. So no matter what episode it is, whether it's the Monday upload or the Friday upload, we will be doing our baseball news, our series recap, our game of the week or weekend, whatever it is, outstanding performances, and the upcoming series. That will happen no matter what day of the week it is. But I did decide to kind of start narrowing in certain segments into certain days specifically. So for today, Monday, the only 2 things that we have would be our injury updates and the standings check, which we both did in this episode. And on Fridays, we're going to be doing our hot and cold, so we haven't done one last couple episodes. We'll start doing them Fridays for the whole week. So who's the hottest and coldest players for the last 2 series, essentially. We'll also be doing our stat leaderboard on Fridays and our playoff predictor, which I started last Friday in our most recent episode 8. Playoff predictor, that will happen Fridays. And then obviously other little segments will happen when they need. For example, rookie talk, I only really need to do that when there's a few rookies to talk about or go over. So that really, it doesn't have a set schedule. They'll kind of just be when I need to talk about it. But that is kind of a little format update there. And that is our episode here. So a little bit of a longer one. Hopefully Friday is another long one as well. I'm going to try to do kind of some monthly stuff. Best players of the month already there. But thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I've got to go and write a bunch of exams. So I hope you guys have yourselves great weeks. Achieve all that you want to do with your weeks, whether it's working, going to a gym, doing whatever you got to do. Thank you guys so much for another episode here, and I will see you guys for episode 10 already. Wow, it's crazy. On Friday. Take it easy, guys.